Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next video on the Practical Weapons channel, where we answer your questions in videos, not just comments. We as in royal we. Today, the question is about MSR and low mount or Romeo 5 low mount. As you know, I own two MSRs now and one Romeo 5. Romeo 5 comes with two mounts, one absolute Cowitness mount and one low mount. This is the mount that I took from the Romeo 5 box. And here is the Romeo MSR. This is my latest procurement. Model 002 SOR 72002. This is the green dot. It does not come with the low mount. So if you want to put this sight on anything that's not an AR, you're going to be in search of a different approach. So if you own Romeo 5, can you use this mount? So this video is going to answer that question. I'm using the tool that was provided in the Romeo MSR box. I'm going to put aside my two comparison primary arms red dots for now. These are just to show two different heights of a mount, low mount and Cowitness one. As you know, we have different mounts available for the red dots. I have never used the lower 1/3 mount, to be honest with you. Never had the need for that. I like the absolute Cowitness mount, which, again, as I'm sure all of you know, matches with the AR-15 iron sights. 1/3 means it's higher. I do have plans for that, but no need for that at this time. The MSR mount, by the way, is quite nice. It's very light from what I have seen in comparison, but it's not the smallest of them, of course. And it is an absolute Cowitness mount. So let's imagine I plan to put this on my Scorpion. If I can ever get the tool inside that particular bolt, would be even better. Okay, let's take one at a time. It does help to use this tool because it gets through the holes in the mount just perfectly. But it also helps to put them in correctly. So here is the MSR red dot all by itself. What I have on my table is a sample T1 type mount in addition to the low mount provided with the Romeo 5 red dot. So item number one. Can I mount this on a regular T1 mount? And the answer is absolutely yes, you can. What I'm trying to say is that absolutely any T1 type mount will work with both Romeo 5 and Romeo MSR red dot sights. That's part number one. Part number two, and I'm not going to put all the bolts all the way, because indeed I am not planning to put it on a Scorpion. I already have a sight on it. But let's say you wanted to mount this on an AK or something else that does not need a high mount, and you had a Sig Romeo 5, and you only use the high mount from it. You can use the lower mount on your Sig MSR, and it will work. Obviously, it's not tightened down, but you can see it is compatible. Here is the low-mounted Sig MSR. If you wanted to do any kind of different mounts, I could potentially remove this. This is the Aim Sports, very, very inexpensive T1 mount that I'm using with the primary arms microdot, which is also a T1. It costs 30 bucks on Amazon. I'll provide the link to it if anybody is interested via my Amazon associates, and I do get percentage from all the purchases. You can buy this for about $30, maybe less, and that will get you a QD mount for your Romeo red dot. It is T1. This is the most popular type of red dot mount that I know of at this time. As an example, I had a backup mount, which is a ultra slim T1 mount by UTG. Just in case I couldn't use any of these, I wanted to try it. This is a lower 1/3 Cowitness mount. So if I wanted to, I'm going to remove the low mount. If you need to or want to, depending. If you want and need, you can install this mount as well. I think it's even less expensive because it lacks QD. So if we look at this side and this mount, link to which I will provide as well from Amazon, of course. See, this will just work. This gives you an alternative mount, as you can see, to the one that came with the regular sight. It is lower 1/3, so the red dot is going to be higher. And of course you can mount it as you need it and then attach to your platform of choice. And I do like the tool provided by Sig with the red dot. There are two of them. This is the Romeo 5 variety, and this is the Romeo-MSR variety. I don't know why the difference. The Romeo-MSR one is actually longer a little bit, which is a benefit, definitely a benefit in my mind. So here's an example of a fairly low-end mount. It's UTG, it's made in China, and of course I'm not showing it in the camera because I'm zoomed in. Here is another mount right here that gets you a Sig MSR green dot in the lower 1/3 Cowitness. The side should still be functional, and you can see the green dot in there. In a camera, of course, it doesn't show as bright as you get with your own eyes. That's it. That answers this question. You can use the mount, any T1 type mount, whether it came with primary arms, whether it came with the Sig Romeo 5 or any other company, as long as it is a T1 type, and you can attach Romeo-MSR to it. Thank you for watching. Keep practical, keep practicing, get your mind prepared and get your body prepared and get your tools prepared. And on this note, we'll see you in the next video.